Hi, hello, welcome back to the vlogs and welcome if you're new here. My name is Flor. I'm a 30-something living and working here in the city. I feel kind of nervous and kind of stressed also about filming this. I haven't filmed a New York City vlog in, I'm doing the math, in like 7 months or so. I think I last filmed the New York Fashion Week vlogs back in September of 2022, and right now it's April 11th right now. We're back to filming. I really wanted to go back to these vlogs, to this day-to-day life or week-to-week life, showing like some of the behind the scenes of my work or showing what I do, the events, the people I meet. It took me a while, I think, in general, going through pregnancy and then having a baby, a young baby. It usually like takes you a while to get back to basically anything that you did before, but I'm really hoping for this to like stick and for this vlog to be just the first of many that I'll be filming throughout 2023. And I thought this week was like a great start because I have events, I am meeting friends, I have boring like legal stuff to do, so it's like, okay, let's bring you out along with me. And we're getting started heading out to an event with Philosophy, with a skincare brand that I really love, getting to know one of their new products. And then I'm carrying like this bag because I need to head out to the New York City courthouse, which is, I don't know, it might sound boring for some people, but personally I like that. Being a lawyer, it's like I've never like practiced law here, but I love going there. I need to certify some documents for our daughter, for her to get her European passport. So yeah, as I always say, you're coming with me.
I'm falling to pieces in my room. Are you coming over? That's cool. I could use a little something to do. We could go outside, take a little ride if you want to. That's cool. I did what I was supposed to. There's nothing left for me to do. So now I'm poking out my head through open windows, 'cause that's what I feel like.
I'm back and I want to show you first the product that we got at the Philosophy event. This new product is called Dose of Wisdom and it's a new serum. Mainly it has hyaluronic acid, and what this serum does is give back to your skin that like bouncy look, that like plump look, that very like young look in a way. You know that as we get older we kind of lose like some firmness, some elasticity, so the idea of this serum is to give that back to your skin. So really excited to try this, especially because it doesn't have ingredients like retinol, which is something that I love and I would love to use, but since I'm breastfeeding at the moment I cannot use any of them for at least a couple months until I stop breastfeeding. And I also got back from dropping off the documents for our daughter, for Julia, to have her passport. She already has a US passport as a person born in the US. She's a US citizen. She has a US passport, but I have a dual citizenship. I have passport from both Argentina and Slovakia, where my grandparents from my mom's side were born. So we're trying to do everything for her to have that European passport as well. Yeah, I don't want to bore you with the process. If you have any questions or if you're going through the same and you need any help, shoot me an email and I can send you some links. But basically you have to go to like different processes, getting one certification, then another one, in order to have a document that you can present at the consulate for a different country. So it takes a while, that's for sure, but hopefully we'll have these documents we need in about 2 weeks, and then we need to translate them from English to Slovak and then go to the consulate. So I will keep you updated if you're interested in hearing more about this. Now I'm gonna prepare some mates and I'm gonna drink some of those while I'll edit a new video for my YouTube channel.
Waking up my brain, maybe you can do the same thing. You want me to say something, I come up with nothing. Maybe we can talk until we figure out a topic. Been so long in my head, caught up in my feelings. I've been waiting for something new to happen, and when it happens,
So it's Wednesday now, and I'm here having some lunch, some brunch with my friend Trisha. We were pregnant at the same time. Now we have babies at the same time. And I wanted to ask her a few questions. If she would share like her biggest joy about being a mother, her biggest struggle, and something people usually romanticize and that she feels like not that way.
Hi guys. This is Nolan. He's supposed to be sleeping. Is he asleep? Sort of. I guess the biggest joy, that's honestly was the hardest to find at first because, having a kid, the ROI is like very low. But I honestly think that the joy is like little things, and I learned how to find joy in little things now because it's all the like little giggles or like the fact that like, oh my God, he slept like full hour, and like actually taught me to like really appreciate all the little wins in life, and I feel like that makes a huge difference. Little joys added together, like that actual collective joy, I guess, is like what makes me feel like I cherish the most right now. The biggest struggle is definitely just learning how to be okay when things don't go as planned. I am a planner and I miss being able to know like exactly at 2 p.m. I'm going to do this, 3 p.m. I'm going to do that, and now it's just like out the window. Like it's so hard to predict. So that's probably my biggest struggle. What was the third one?
Yeah, people either romanticize or people say it some way, and you're like, no, for me it was like right the opposite.
Oh, okay. I think the reasons of having a child, people are like, oh, you should have someone to look after you in the future when you're old, or like, this is just the next step in life. And I feel like that is such a social norm that it's not necessarily like romanticizing it, but like it's a matter of fact that I don't really think that those are good reasons to have kids at all. I think unless you are really prepared to really take care of another human being and like not prioritizing yourself anymore, like I feel like that's only when you have that mindset that you can actually like say like, okay, you're ready to have kids. So I think it's definitely really different for people to be like, oh yeah, you're married, so the next step is having kids. Like it's such a like, you're supposed to do that, but it's really up to you and how much you're willing to sacrifice, I think.
I'll be dancing on the lawn when it happens. When it happens. I'll be dancing on the lawn when it happens.
So since I was around with the stroller today, I wanted to kind of end this vlog with some of my tips and my thoughts around going around with a stroller in New York City. I'll probably be talking about this more if you're interested, but I wanted to give out some tips if you are traveling to New York soon, or if you're maybe pregnant and you're thinking like how I'm going to manage having a kid in the city. I have 5 months of experience because Julia just turned 5. And what I would say is it's definitely harder than I thought. First of all, because not all of the subway stops have elevators, which I think for me it would be like basic, because of course there's like lots of people that have wheelchairs or that have any other kind of mobility issues and they need an elevator. And the fact that not all stations in all subway lines are accessible seems unacceptable, to be honest, and something that I have previously like complained to the MTA about, and that I hope changes in the near future. And another really bad thing to consider is that you cannot take your stroller on the bus, like actually using the stroller. If you were to take the bus, you need to actually like pick up your kid and then fold your stroller and then get on the bus, which kind of like defeats the whole purpose of like going out with a stroller. They're doing a test run in some lines and some buses where you can actually get on the bus with the stroller without folding it, which should be the norm. But yeah, we're still not there, sadly and unfortunately. So that is bad for sure. But I want to share it maybe because you don't know that, or you assume that all stations have elevators and that. But one thing that has worked for me is when going anywhere is basically using Google Maps, and Google Maps gives you an option where you can choose wheelchair accessible. So let's say that you're going from one point to another and you're not sure if the station has an elevator, you use that option and then Google Maps will reroute you if necessary. So you get off maybe in a later stop or an earlier stop, and that you actually have an elevator there. So there are workarounds. You need to plan for more time than the app tells you, and for more time in general. If you usually commute and it's like 20 minutes, plan for 30 because it's going to take you some more time. Elevators are really slow. they're usually not like over there, but you have to like walk maybe some more than if you were to take the stairs. And if you can at some point just like carry your baby in a carrier, that's definitely easier and more practical. But of course, it's not possible every time because of your baby, because of naps or whatever. So yeah, I wanted to like give this like quick tips or kind of my opinion, or maybe some help if you are traveling with a kid, with an infant, with a stroller. I mentioned in my first video back to YouTube at the beginning of March that I wanted to share more about my life here, that I think some of you seem to really like. And yeah, some of my life here in New York is going to nice events like I did yesterday, but also managing this new life as a mom, which is definitely hard. And anyone that has been a mom at some point, or if you are a mom right now, you know it's not easy, and there are easier days and harder days, but it's a lot, especially if you are a new mom like myself, and if you have a really small baby that they usually require more time, more attention. So I hope you like this vlog and me like going back to vlogs. Definitely let me know in the comments if you like the vlog. What would you like to see more of? I'll be reading and answering, and I'll see you as usual in my next one. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already, and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Bye!
Dancing on